Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to quickly go through the boss fight with Soulwood, the Reborn Treant in Wuchang Fallen Feathers. This one comparatively is a little bit more simple than the other boss fights so far, so I'm not going to go into super detail, as once you kind of figure out how to beat him, it's pretty straightforward. So first I'll just kind of quickly go through some of my build and the call outs on the main skills that I use, and then we'll get into the boss fight and demonstrate how to get through this guy. Alright, so first thing, just in terms of location, you can see I'm at the Doomwillow Beach Shrine, and if you haven't done this yet, I believe this is the quickest route to the boss arena if you need to do multiple attempts. So if you head down this path, if you make your way around to this side, you can kick this bridge down, which will then lead you kind of, if you head down these down this ladder, that'll then take you down the path to the boss arena. So again, I think that's the fastest route to all of the shrines that you can have active up to this point. So if you haven't done that yet, make sure you do that. And then now just kind of highlighting again, it's kind of a straightforward strategy, so I'm not going to go into too much detail with my build, but just kind of highlighting the main aspects of this. So taking a look at my equipment, I'm using the Lashing Whip Longsword, although I don't really use it that much in this fight as I pretty much entirely rely on spells to get through this. More specifically, these two, the Burning Flames and the Infernal Flame spells. So if you don't have these yet, the Burning Flame spell you can actually get kind of back where I just was crossing that bridge. If you take those ladders up, rather than going down the path that leads you to the boss, you'll come across an enemy that if you defeat him, you'll get this Burning Flame spell. And then the Infernal Flame spell, that's back near the Shoe Sanctum. There's kind of a village that if you haven't explored, there is a theater troop enemy that you can defeat, and if you defeat him, you'll get the Infernal Flame. So you really don't need both of these. Probably just one of them would work just fine. This one takes 3 Skyborn Might, while this one takes 2, but I kind of use them both, as you'll see. So that's going to basically be the primary attack throughout the entire fight, and then you can see I've got some other stuff here, but really not important. I have the pirate set and then some pendants, but again, really the important part here is one of these 2 spells that I use. And then in terms of my build, for context, I was level 25 when I completed the fight. I'm level 26 now because I leveled up after I beat him. But in terms of the skills, really the only thing I want to call out here is I have this Fiery Ember skill, which again, because I'm using those fire spells, you can see this increases the burn buildup caused by spells, so I figured that would be kind of helpful. And then I'll just kind of scroll through this real quick so you can see what I've got down this left tree. Again, not going to go into too much detail as it's not super important to this fight, I don't think. And then for my longsword, that's what I'm using as my primary weapon. I've got +3, but again, I don't really attack too much with that. I do utilize the Sword Saint ability though, just to build up some Skyborn Might to use those spells as you get that on that second attack of light attack. So that kind of comes into play a little bit as well. So really, that's really the main callouts, and now we'll get into the fight and show you how I went about this. Alright, so now heading into the fight with Soulwood, if you take that bridge and then follow the ladder down, you can quickly get to the boss arena by following this path. Right off the bat, the first thing to mention is that you don't want to get close to this guy as you'll immediately build up despair, which will insta-kill you once full. So as mentioned, we're going to basically just avoid all that by keeping as much distance as possible and relying on spells to do damage. So starting off, depending on how many points of Skyborn Might you've unlocked in the upgrade tree, you can actually charge that up as you make your way down the path to the boss by utilizing the Sword Saint skill on some of these enemies. That will allow you to enter the arena and then immediately start firing off some spells. However, first you may need to avoid this vacuum type attack that he does to try and suck you in towards him. It's pretty easy to avoid though, if you just kind of spam dodge backwards. And then here you can also see I do my first attack with that Burning Flame spell, which does some nice damage. After that, you can see there's plenty of room in the arena to keep your distance, and I'm basically just waiting for opportunities to build up more Skyborn Might, which I can do once again using Sword Saint on these tree root enemies that spawn from the ground. So after getting enough for another spell attack, I go in for a few more rounds of Burning Flames. As you can see, you'll also have to deal with some ranged attacks that he does, as well as this Burning Ground area of effect attack too, which if you can dodge, just kind of helps build up more Skyborn Might, as well as some corpses that are going to spawn on the ground, so keep an eye out for that as well. And then here I switch over to using the Infernal Flame spell, which doesn't do quite as much damage, but it does give some nice flexibility as it only requires 2 Skyborn Might to use as opposed to 3 on the Burning Flames. Here he does the vacuum attack again, and I accidentally cast Vorpal Blade as I tried to dodge away. But basically, the rest of the fight is pretty much that same strategy of building up Skyborn Might and hitting him with spells where you can. One other call out though, as well, is there are some of those plant things on the ground. I'm not quite sure what they're called, but those give you Skyborn Might too. So you should have plenty of opportunities throughout this fight just to constantly be attacking with spells, which I cast here one more Infernal Flames to finish him off and complete the fight. So I'll leave you with that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and it helped you out if you're trying to beat this boss. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye.